Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. So what is the goddamn deal, YouTube? It is, of course, your boy Vuhlandes back with another video. And in this video, we are going to be talking about composition. So I made a video on lighting, and I expressed in that video how lighting is the most important thing when it comes to taking a photo. Lighting, very, very, very important when creating moods for your photos, creating overall just feeling for your photos. It's the most important thing to me. So lighting definitely gives your viewer different emotions and feelings when looking at your photos. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about the second most important thing in photography, in my opinion, and that is going to be composition. So in my opinion, I think composition, secondly after lighting, pushes your image just a little bit further, and it gives your image overall, the way things are composed in a photo will definitely tell the story of what you're trying, like what's in the photo, where it's placed. There's a lot of things that go into telling a story for your photo. And yes, composition, we're going to be using composition today to help kind of tell our story and just, you know, get these things moved along a little bit more. So we're going to go link up with one of my friends and we're going to take some photos, but we're also going to be explaining why I'm placing him in certain areas. It's kind of hard sometimes when documenting people. Sometimes these compositions just happen and you gotta be a little bit on your toes when, you know what I'm saying, composing and just taking pictures of people on the go. So I'll see y'all there. They kind of did. It's bright, it's dumb bright out here, so hopefully I'm like good. So I'm out here filming by myself. Haven't done this in a minute, so we're gonna see how I really go for real. So about to shoot Earl in the whip. It's low-key, like, it look colder outside than what it actually is. It's low-key not cold at all. So anyway, about to try to shoot sun before, you know what I'm saying, about to try to shoot sun before it get too crazy out here. It's early, so already getting to it. All right, so me and Earl at this like little stair set type shit. First of all, I'm gonna show y'all the difference between like the story is gonna make when I use two different lenses, because right now I'm using a wide angle lens and a tight angle lens, so the 110 and the 50 mil. So I'm gonna show y'all low key on the camera, this camera, how different, like the different story that tells, like once you switch lenses and once you like just switch like a perspective. All right, so this would be wide angle lens. Honestly, to me, this would tell a more of a like story about like the building and him. And then like if I zoomed in like this, it's more like it just tells, like it's just same spot, standing in the same spot, just different. And then if I get right here, just different story, bro. Different story. So before we go any further with this video, let's talk about Skillshare, the sponsor for this video. So Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creative people or people just curious about creative things. So you can explore new skills, get deeper into existing passions, and just get lost in creativity. So Skillshare offers creative classes designed for real life and all the circumstances that come with it. The lessons can help you stay inspired, express yourself, and introduce you to a community of million other creative people. You can find classes on animation, design, illustration, lifestyle, and photo and film. I'm currently into a class about plants at home to uplift your spirit and your space by Christopher Griffin. In this class, he talks about the positive powers of plants, assessing your space with plants, and just finding the overall perfect plant for you. So, you know, you can get deeper and deeper in tune with yourself and with the plants around you. It's curated specifically for people to learn and get lost in learning, so there's no ads. And they're always launching new premium classes so you can stay focused and follow wherever your creativity takes you. And it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. With so many things happening around the world right now, your voice is more important than ever before. The first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a free trial of Skillshare premium membership. So head over to the link in my description and sign up for Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. So with all the photos that I've tried to take in my photography career, I always try to compose these photos in a way that tells that story a little bit more, or just like provokes emotion, or just gives a little bit of insight into where I am, why I'm taking these photos, why these photos exist. It's just everything that goes into the feelings of that you have when you look at photos. The lenses you use for your photos also helps push this narrative of your photos, and also helps create that story that we've been talking about all day in this video. So I tend to use a wider angle lens when I'm taking pictures of people in their environment. I take environmental portraits. For me, this helps tell that story, because when there's an environment around people and you can tell like where they are, what they're doing, what's around, it helps tell that story. Lighting also comes into play, and how you light your photo is also going to be a big reason people view your photo in certain ways. And for me, I use natural light a lot. So like I said, I try to create depth when using natural light. So placing people to the side of the natural light, or at an angle of the natural light, it helps create depth and also tells a story just a little bit more, in my opinion. But for me, when I go out and I compose my photos, when I get to places, I always look around first and try to figure out where I want people to kind of be, and like what area I want them to be in, and like what I want in my background, and what story I'm actually trying to tell. If I'm trying to tell a story about somebody going to the store and like that's what they do every single day, like they walk to the store, get the same thing from the store every single day, I'm going to place them in places, or I'm going to try to photograph them in places that tells this story. Walking in front of the store, standing outside the store, paying for whatever it is that they paid for at the store. If this store actually means something to them, how do I place them in places that, you know what I'm saying, kind of gives this overall emotion of this is their store. This is like they're known here. This is where they come. And just like I said, that overall story. This is the theme for today's video, just story and telling a story. And yeah, so yes, composition, in my opinion, helps tell that story. If somebody takes a picture, even with landscape photos, if someone takes a picture of a mountain, they take it with a 400mm lens, and they just get a photo of the tip of the mountain, that's going to be a different feeling photo than if they take it with a 16mm and get the lake that's in front of the mountain and the birds coming through and the other trees surrounding the mountain. Or if there's a canoe in the lake, they can take a picture of the mountain with the canoe. It tells a fully different story. So composition works in crazy ways, and the lenses you use are probably the most important thing you need to have in your head when trying to create certain things. When I took the pictures of Tyler in the hotel bathroom, I didn't use a tight focal length, because I wanted a lot of that bathroom to be shown. There's a lot of things in that bathroom, like flowers, a mirror. There was a bed, like a little chair in the picture. But if I wanted to just take a picture of her and just her face and just a headshot, then you would lose all of that stuff that I'm trying to show with that photo, and it'd be a totally different photo than what I wanted it to be. So using light, using different lenses to help tell this story, and how you position the people in your photos and where you position them, all very important things when telling a story within your photograph. So yeah, man, that's my take on composition. I think it's very important, second most important thing in photography after lighting. And yeah, that's just my take on it, and I hope it helped you guys with figuring out your compositions and stuff like that if you struggle with composition. But anyway, man, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I do not care. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and ring that notification bell so you get notified every single time I drop a new video. That's going to wrap it up for me. I hope you guys are enjoying the new year and just having an overall better year than last year. And hopefully things go a little bit better this year than they did last year for a lot of people. Anyway, man, that's going to wrap it up for me. I'm going to get out of here. Let's get it. Oh, let's go do some shit.